the assistance groups, and please honor, bring our honor next, John Coswell Beebe up to the altar.
Where do you want, is that chair there, or do you want me to move that?
No,
Okay.
that's not in the middle of the road. You get to see the honor here. I'm not going to stand. Sit, relax. You are over.
Honey, don't stand this way.
Good sit.
You might want to take pictures.
Okay.
Hold on a minute, let me speak by this.
So,
Okay.
what this is a program Valor presentation. But first of all, I'm going to just have a general idea of what veterans mean to us here in the Grange. And I'm going to have the worthy lecturer, John, read the little statement of what we think of veterans.
It is the veteran. It is the veteran, not the preacher, who is giving us the freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of the press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who has given freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to assemble and the right to demonstrate. It is the veteran, not the police, who has given us the right to be secure in our persons. It is the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the veteran who salutes the flag. It is the veteran who serves under the flag, who gives his oath to support and defend the Constitution and our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It is the veteran willing to give his life to protect your freedoms and mine, whose casket will be covered by the flag. May God bless all our veterans.
God bless John here. John served during the Korean War. Isn't that right? And in Korea and Germany. So you were right on the front there.
Well, that was so.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that is amazing. And that, when did you join the service?
52.
1952. And I was 6 years old. My father was a soldier in World War II. And the thing about my father is he came home and worked his whole life. He was an antique man and he would go around, but he didn't recognize her honor. And I found that a lot of veterans have promised to give up their life for our country. And it makes me sad that a lot of them are not honored. And that's where this happened, this Quilt of Valor program came about. So let me just tell you a little bit about this Touch by War. The mission of the Quilt of Valor Foundation is to support service members and veterans touched by war with a comforting and healing Quilt of Valor. Original mission was to cover service members and veterans wounded physically or psychologically with comforting and healing Quilt of Valor. No one really liked words psychologically wounded. And U.S. Army Chaplain John Allison suggested, why don't you just say touched by war? There's no way that any serviceman who offered their life for our country wasn't touched by war in some way. So the foundation was originally focused on young service members wounded in Iraq, Operation Freedom, and Afghanistan Operation Enduring Freedom. But Catherine Roberts, the foundation of the Quilt and Valor, recalls the light of inclusiveness when she experienced at a Vietnam Veterans Memorial in 2009. Catherine's group planned to award a Quilt and Valor to some veterans, but none were present. And the Patriot Guard veterans were there to drive past the wall on their motorcycles. And they were from Vietnam. And she said, well, we're not going to give the quilts to them. And Catherine recalls that one Vietnam vet said over and over again, man, this is the first time in 40 years anyone has ever thanked me for my service. From then on, any warrior who had been touched by any war, no matter when his or her service was, they could receive a Quilt and Valor. No questions asked. And they don't have to be in combat because they took the oath of enlistment, vowing that they would lay down his or her life for our country and our freedom. And so this foundation was made, and it's all volunteers that stitch together beautiful quilts. And a veteran has to be nominated by their friends and family. And usually an organization sponsors it. So National Grange united with the Quilt and Valor and suggested all lecturers and masters in our organization search and receive nominations, take a vote, and you were voted as our Veteran of the Year for our Grange. And we're so now there is a beautiful little poem that I'm going to have the worthy secretary read for you about the quilt.
Quilt and Valor poem by Mary Welch. A few pieces of cloth from people who care. To honor your service, it only seems fair. Carefully chosen materials of red, white, and blue, sewn together for those patriotic and true. A top piece together with caring and pride, and quilted with backing and warm lighter inside. Every stitch you see sewn from the very start, with appreciation and gratitude straight from the heart. For you who have sacrificed for those here at home, may this quilt warm and comfort you wherever you roam. Our hope with this quilt is to make sure you knew we appreciate all you've done and all you've been through.
This was all hand stitched and handmade by volunteers throughout the year. And on it, it's then certified, Quilt and Valor awarded, and you are reported nationwide as the receiver of this. Quilt and Valor awarded to John Coswell Beebe III, August 19, 2026. This was made by Northfield peacemakers that put together this quilt. And it was all, they made the pieces, the final quilt was quilted by Bob Rogers. And this is dated and live in a nationwide, on quiltandvalor.org, you can go on there, your name will be there if you want everyone to see it. Okay. All right, and then we're going to, we're going to see it. You want to hold it over. And this is washable. This does not go into a whole chest. This is for you to use when it's chilly in the winter. Summer is kind of hot now. Around with this and use it. It's washable. It's for your use, and it's an heirloom that your whole family will enjoy. How about you? And then when they were at war, they've actually presented these quilts all over the world. And in Vietnam, they presented it, and you were going to get a certificate, and the papers went flying. So they made a ditty bag that they put your award in. But you can use it on the pillows. But this awesome coat does fit in it. So they handmade the pillowcase too. So now your award will be given to you by Master Shirley.
One of the ballots for America's 250th birthday, but it didn't get this on.
This is the
250th anniversary of
yes.
the country, too. To John Beebe III, United States Army Reserves, August 19, 2026. The Quilt of Valor Foundation wishes to recognize you for your service to our nation. We consider it our pleasure to do so. Though we may never know the extent of your sacrifice to protect and defend the United States of America, we award you this Quilt of Valor as an expression of gratitude from a grateful nation. And this is signed by Christy Wallen, Executive Director of the Quilt of Valor Foundation, and Teresa Perot, Massachusetts State Coordinator for the Quilt of Valor Foundation.
This is your beautiful award. You want to take a picture?
I gotta get one of the books again.
So, when I'm gonna fix it,
Close the shot. What if you want to get close the shots?
yeah, zoom in.
Good job.
So now you come stand and have to. And other people take a picture.
So when your family want to get rid of him?
Susan is John's niece.
Okay, John, just smile. After the master and the grand master of our fellows, please stand next to him.
Yeah.
John was also an art fellow for many years. Yeah, so now we have the master and the grand master next to him. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna go to the other side, so I can't get you. There we go. Good, Deb. Go.
Very good.
Now, the profile, this is not.
The assistant gives us what? John back.
Yes. Yes, and you don't understand. We would love John to share on their, you can give them a. We would love John to share with you a little bit of how he feels and your experience in the service.
First of all, I think you're right there, but what is on this one is still upon each tonight. Actually, going on the report. Or the service person, and they not considered these are the ones. I'm going on the White Obama. So this sort of, bringing there. And I have a lot of friends on that wall to talk about. I was visiting them on the wall. The thing is that I'm a high achiever. When I went to private diploma, achieved at least no more than you meant Newport.
Yeah, I'm born and raised.
But the thing is, myself being a high achiever, I think of all the people, all the service personnel. I'm talking about. We lost a lot of ladies over Vietnam that have not returned back to this country. These are the ones who should keep it on prayers, not the ones that fear
And you're receiving that quilt in memory of all of us, and my father, who was never at State Corruption, during World War II. And that's why I do what I do.
Will the assistant please report on that this week?
Yeah. And everyone, please excuse my husband and I, but we are making funeral preparations for our son who has passed. And our funeral celebration life at our house in Upton is service in the morning and funeral celebration life in my house in the backyard. You're all invited. If you want to come, let's head out. Thank you.
Kristen and Ken, thank you very much, and as a deep sympathy from our team to the people, and we hope that everything will go well tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Another thank you for organizing the presentation.
This is, again, thank you everyone for coming. We don't, at the first Wednesday in September, we don't have the meeting, so our next actual meeting will be on the 19th. Those at 5th.
Yes.
September 16th, which will be the installation of officers, and Jen will be installed, and Master, and I guess we'll be installing officer team of a combination of myself, the William Master, and Judy, as far as the installing officers. I think that's all I have right now. Oh, I do like to recognize our past state lecturer, Jeanette Kenyon. What's that? All right.
Installation. It will be open, and looking forward to it. It'll be a little different, because we're gonna have ask a lot of kids to the youth. Let me change that. The youth to help. So many of our friends. So it should be good. And it is open, so it's open. That's our friends again.
We're all invited to come back on the third Wednesday in September for our installation performance. And
You guys are.
I'll come with you.
okay, suggestions to go to the order. This one I'd like to contact the other. Good master, all double.
I'd like to thank John for his service and congratulations on your award he's so deserved, and all of our veterans who are on like you. And thank you for the thank you. With master. Congratulations to John. It sounds like you've done service to the community all of your life. That's good. All right, thank you very much.
Howard Baker, State Admission Director.
William Master, and everyone else, I'm glad to be here tonight and allow Kristen with the Valor and congratulate John. I'm sure there's I was one of the Valor, I'm certainly myself, I'm sure 30 years and started with the Navy and non-national guard. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
Henry, what kind of tomorrow? Master, all very good. So, thank you. Anybody else have any suggestions before we take the count?
I have a couple of announcements that we didn't see.
Right, would you like to say something? You're not.
Ready, Master, Shirley, all the attendants here this evening. I bring you the greetings of the Grand Lodge, Rhode Island, my own personal greetings, along with my wife Debbie, and I'm glad that you're invited to come this evening to see Brother John. I've known Brother John for many, many years with the Odd Fellows. We've done some traveling together, and I think it's a very nice ceremony, and I want to thank everybody who took pictures. We're going to put in the magazine for the Odd Fellows. But thank you very much for everything. Thank you, Shirley, for the call.